Hey guys, it's ChairChunks21. I'm shooting this right after the prior video that I just uploaded about the live stream and about community service in general. I wanted to bring you another Hero of the Week segment. Simo is being dethroned by the man whose photo is right below me, named Sergeant Stephen Perez with the Houston Police Department. This man paid the ultimate sacrifice in law enforcement. He gave his life to help others in need. And I applaud that. And my condolences go out to Houston Police Department, their police chief, and all of his friends and all of his blue brothers in Houston, and to his family. This man did not need to do what he did, but he did it anyways. Now I have the news article pulled up on the computer. I am using I believe a local Houston news station. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys. There will be no Twitter or Patreon or anything like that link in the description. Just a link to the news article, and the reason for that is I do not believe that I should be advertising myself off of this. This is just about the Hero of the Week segment. This guy is a hero, and he deserves our respect, even though he is passed. He deserves our respect, and his family deserves our prayers. So we're gonna get started here. And if I see any anti-cop segment or settlement towards my comment section, you will be blocked immediately. I will delete your comment, and you will be barred from making comments, and likely barred from the channel. This is not the video where you get to discuss whether you like law enforcement or not. I don't care. I understand you have a free speech. The freedom of speech is allowed. But as you're commenting on my channel, I'll make the decisions on what is permitted and what is not permitted in my comment section. Just like how I make the decision on what is allowed and what is not allowed in my live stream chat. So remember this before you start commenting in here that any anti-cop, any anti-law enforcement stuff, that will not be tolerated. So just be prepared for that. So to read it off for you, a veteran Houston police officer died when he drove his vehicle into floodwater covering the Hardy Tollway. Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo said Tuesday afternoon. Sergeant Stephen Perez, 60 years old, had worked 34 years with the department. Acevedo said at a news conference. I apologize, Houston Police Chief, if I'm butchering your name. I apologize, Chief Art. Steve was one of the sweetest people I've met in this department, Art said, choking back tears. I've only been here 9 months, and we've got 6,500 employees, and I knew who Steve Perez was because he was a sweet and gentle public servant. Perez worked in the Traffic Enforcement Division, left home around 4 a.m. Sunday to drive to his duty station downtown, but could not find a path because flooding caused by Tropical Storm Harvey, I guess it was a tropical storm, had made many roads impassable, Art said at a news conference. Investigators determined Perez tried for 2.5 hours to find a way before calling his supervisor and saying he would report to a secondary duty station, the chief said. On Monday morning, Perez's supervisors noticed he did not attend roll call, and after contacting his family, launched a search, Art said. The search team determined his probable path and narrowed down its last location to Hardy Toll Road in Houston, Art said. The dive team was called, but the operation was put on hold because the rescue attempt would have been too treacherous Monday night. We made a decision to leave officers there waiting until the morning, because as much as we wanted to recover him last night, we could not put more officers at risk for what we knew in our hearts was going to be a recovery mission, the chief said. Already right here, a statement right here is not a statement any police chief captain, lieutenant, corporal, whatever, what have you, ever wants to say. In law enforcement, we have the same mentality Marines have. We do not leave a brother behind. Sure, the end result of the goal for any law enforcement officer when he puts on his uniform is to get home at night. But we always have sub-goals. We always want to help people. And we always want to make sure we don't leave a brother behind. I can tell you this right now. I'm not a cop. I'm a police explorer. I don't have law enforcement experience. But I think I have a little bit of experience in knowing, I think I'm pretty safe in saying that those officers who were stationed at that position were torn up inside. They did not want to leave him down there. And even knowing, I'm sure some of them probably had in the back of their minds that maybe this isn't a recovery mission. Maybe he made it out alive. Maybe he's not in the vehicle. Maybe he's still alive. Maybe I don't have to go to his wife and say, I'm sorry, Steve's not going to come home tonight. Because no one wants to make that. No one wants to go to his wife. No one wants to go to his next of kin and say that. No one. So, I can tell you this right now, they did not want this. I can guarantee you that that is the last thing that chief wanted to say. That's the last thing any of those officers wanted to think. The dive team found PEREZ's body around 8 a.m. Tuesday, Art said. The officer drove into floodwater and died in a drowning-type event, the chief said. Art said the officer's death is hitting the department hard, especially because so many officers are stressed from working non-stop while floodwater rises. The mayor applauded the dedication of the police force. Every single day we ask our men and women in blue to show up, to come to work when conditions are good, and even when conditions are very challenging, said Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner. And every day we ask them to get on our roads and to come to work and to strive to make this city a much better place in which to live. Today I will simply say that our hearts are saddened. We grieve with his family. We extend our prayers for the entire Houston community, and quite frankly, even beyond. He was seeking to serve his city and all those who would come into our city. And there's some more I wanted to let you guys see in this, because there's some other information. I wanted to give you this from this unbiased page, KTLA. So this was published on the 30th, and this is on, I know some of you probably don't like Fox News, but should be in here, around here. This right here, this statement right here.
More doing chores for mom, Parole?
Sorry about that, guys.
Bounty is more absorbent, so the roll can last 50% longer than the leading ordinary brand. So you get more life per roll. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
So
and
right
unfortunately,
here,
one life lost yesterday was a Houston police officer. Here, in fact, is the sergeant talking about Art Acevedo. This is Art Acevedo, I should say, the Houston police chief, talking about the death of Steve Perez.
So bad. His response
We couldn't find him,
was,
and
we got work to
once
do.
our dive team got there, it was too treacherous to go under and look for him. So we made a decision to leave officers
this
there.
Is actually the chief talking right here. So I'm going to take it off the mute and let you guys listen to this real quick. And I'll leave a link to the Fox News article in the description.
Lost yesterday was a Houston police officer. Here, in fact, is the sergeant talking about Art Acevedo. This is Art Acevedo, I should say, the Houston police chief, talking about the death of Steve Perez.
We couldn't find him, and once our dive team got there, it was too treacherous to go under and look for him. So we made a decision to leave officers there waiting until the morning, because as much as we wanted to recover him last night, we could not put more officers at risk for what we knew in our hearts was going to be a recovery mission. I had the privilege of notifying his wife and his son and his extended family at their home that he died, that he laid down his life. But I'm heartened by two things. Number one, I got to learn that it's a family of faith, that has faith in God, and when you have faith, there's hope. The wife told me she had asked him not to go in. He told him not to go because the conditions were so bad. And his response was, "We've got work to do."
Wow. So there you go.
So, now, I wanted to let you guys see this. This is a big deal. This is the mentality cops have. And I see a lot of people complain about law enforcement. And I see a lot of people discuss and say cops are bad. We don't need them. Well, if we don't need them, why did this man die? Why did this man die when he could have stayed home with his wife and kids? Why did he lay down his life instead of staying with his wife and kids? And you guys really can't see it that well because I have it minimized in the corner there. But I do have tears forming in my eyes because this hits home. This is my career choice in life. I chose. Well, no, I partially chose. I have blue in my blood. I have law enforcement in my blood. And I chose this. And I like to think any good cop, any cop in this country, has the same mentality. When we're asked by our wife or significant other, some of us by our parents, if we are married and we're young like me, or I'll be 21 and in the police department, or they might say, "Don't go, it's too dangerous, it's not right, you shouldn't have to go in, this is the X, Y, and Z." I like to think all of us have the same response. I have to go. We have work to do. We didn't take an oath to help others. We didn't take this oath of office. We didn't take this oath to sit by and say, "There's a hurricane, I can't go help others." No. We took this oath because we knew we were needed. We took this oath because it was the right thing to do. And Sergeant Perez, you were a good man. You were a good cop. And I would have loved to have met and shook your hand. And I'm very much sure that your family will never stop. Yeah, I'm sure your family will forever understand what you've done. They will forever understand that you paid the ultimate sacrifice. The goal may be to get home at night, but sometimes that isn't possible. And when it isn't possible, I think you deserve every right. You deserve every loving. You deserve the angel's loving embrace. And as I said before I started reading this article, and I watched the video. As I said to you guys, if there's any anti-cop sentiment in my comments section, it will be deleted. You will be blocked. And if I can bar you from ever seeing my content again, I will bar you from seeing my content again. This is not the video you argue your political statements. This is the video you argue your beliefs at. This is the video where you say, "God bless and rest easy, hero." That's all I want to see in the comments. I don't want to see, "Oh, I would have done this. Oh, I would have done this." No. You either say something nice, where you say, "Godspeed, rest in peace," stuff like that. You honor this man. He didn't have to go into work. It's easy. He easily could have called off and stayed with his wife and kid, but what did he do? He put on his uniform, and he tried for over 2 hours to find a way to go help people. Sure, he had to. Sure, that's part of his job. Yeah, part of his job is helping people. Did he have to, though? Did he really need to go to work? I'm sure he had sick time. He easily could have called in and said, "No, I'm not coming in." It's very easy to do that. Did he? No. All he said to his wife, and I'm sure he was smiling, and kissed her and his son, and he smiled as he was walking out and said, "We got work to do." And that is the true belief of a law enforcement officer. We got work to do. We've got people to help. We've got peace to keep. We've got all this other stuff to do. That's how this is. So, he is our hero of the week until someone else comes along that can beat him out of that position. There's plenty of other people, but he takes the spot for now. So, if you guys have anything you want to say, if you guys want to leave a comment down in the description, or you want to leave a comment down in the comments section about this, go ahead. Just remember, if I feel that you were being insensitive to this man, to his wife, to his kid, to his sacrifice, there will be consequences. You will be barred. You will be deleted from the comments. I want to make that abundantly clear to you all. Because if I see one thing in there, I'm all for you having free speech, but not on this. There's no justification for saying you hate him, or that he deserves this, or anything like that. And I've heard people say this after hearing about him dying. How would this man deserve this? Tell me that right now. No, he doesn't. This man doesn't deserve anything. He's a good guy. He isn't some bad guy. No, he's not. So, this is our hero of the week. Don't like it, unsubscribe and get the hell off my channel. Don't like it? Leave a comment, dislike the video, I don't care. But if your comment's insensitive to his sacrifice, or to his family, or to him, you will be deleted. Your comment's going to be deleted, and you're going to be blocked and barred from making comments on the videos. This has been JR Chunks 21, bringing our hero of the week. Rest in peace, and may God's loving embrace hold on to you. Sergeant Stephen Perez, Houston Police Department.